Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about partner apps and services and see if that's relevant to this page at all. I don't anticipate it will be, but this is always something you can add to different segments of your page if it is relevant to you. So like delivery.com, great for restaurants. Front desk, home advisor, all of these things are great for brick and mortar businesses to really engage their Facebook audience, but not quite the right fit for this page. So the next thing we're going to do is talk about Instagram ads. Well, do we have an Instagram account? Unfortunately, we don't, but we're going to have one in a second. You simply create new account, Divine Enthusiast, and this is going to come in handy later as well. You just put in this information, and then you're going to hit confirm. But it's not letting me do that, so for whatever reason, it's not liking what I'm putting in here. That's okay. We can always go to Instagram and create a separate account using these email addresses or using the emails that we have here. But it is important to note that sometimes one of the reasons they don't like this is if you're putting info or admin, they're not necessarily crazy about that. So it can be a little bit challenging to get it to confirm. So let's just, for giggles, see what happens. Okay, so it liked that. So now we just do confirm, and if it can't validate the mobile number, since it is optional, we're just going to do that. And if it errors, we're just going to go to Instagram, create the account, and then add an existing account later on. That's okay, but this is something you will have to come back to if you can't do it this way. If you already have an Instagram account, which definitely want to have at least Facebook and Instagram, especially for a page like this, you really want to say, okay, I'm going to add this existing account after you have your Instagram. And I'm going to show you a few tricks about how to increase your organic reach with that later on too. So Instagram, set it up. If not, come back to it later. Featured. Let's talk about featured. You can add featured likes or you can add featured owners. For the sake of this page, I don't think either one is necessary right now, so we're not going to mess with it. Cross-posting is if we had a very similar page. This would allow us to cross-post video on both of those pages. For this isn't relevant right now, so we're going to skip this. Your page support inbox is where you can inbox Facebook for help through the Help Center. And then payments. So this is how you're going to set up payments to your page directly. So when we open up our store, when we open up our shop section, which I'll get to in a little bit, what you're going to want to do is either connect your Stripe or your PayPal, whatever your weapon of choice is, and then you can actually take orders direct from your page. Now that gets so much deeper than that, because eventually I'm going to show you how to tag products in post to get people to buy direct from the post. But for right now, this second, we're going to keep it super duper simple and essentially say your settings are done, which is fantastic. But guess what? The work on the back end, still not done yet. It does take quite a bit of work to get these pages set up. So what do we do next? Well, the next thing we're going to do is move on to the About section of your page. This is absolutely important and absolutely vital to be filled out. Now, the one thing we neglected to do first off was when we uploaded our timeline photo, we didn't put a description. We really need to make sure that we do that. So all the things about wine that you love and that love you back. Boom, done. There you go. Now, this is important, and it's going to come into play a little later, but don't neglect doing that. Make sure that both your profile photo and your timeline photo have a description that goes with them. Very, very, very important. We're not going to talk about reach and boost yet. We're not to that point yet. So the next thing we're going to say is about. So we're going to talk a little bit about what this is, why this is important. First thing we want to do is we want to set a start date. So we're going to say founded in 2017, and it's May, and we're going to say it was founded on May 1st. So there we go. We say it's founded on May 1st. We're not going to put in a phone number because this is not a business that's going to be, called or anything like that. Email, we're going to put info. We're going to save that. And it's saying it's invalid. So what do we do then? We're going to say put that in there. And if that's still not working, we're going to go into our host settings and check that. So we're going to leave website off for now. And then this is where we can also add other accounts. So once we have our Instagram, our Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, you get the gist. You can add all of these individual accounts and connect those to your Facebook page. Very, very, very important. This is a brand new page. This is a brand new business. None of those things are set up yet. So this is something we're going to have to come back and revisit. If you have these things set up, best time to set those up and add those is right now. Our about section is done. Impressum is only useful if you're actually in Europe, so you don't necessarily need to do it if you're in the States. It is required, like in Austria, Germany, and Switzerland, and that's a statement of ownership for web presence. So if you want to add it, you can. We're going to say founded, and then save. We're not adding awards, products, menu, or even a privacy policy yet. If you don't have a privacy policy, guys, you need one. So, make sure that you get to that. And this is something that we are going to have to come back and revisit as we continue to build this page. But this is where you're going to go to put all of this stuff in. So what I'm going to do is go get this data, come back to you on this, and then we're going to keep moving forward. So as we finish the about site, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a button. So we're going to say that for right now, this second, we're just going to say send message. And this is going to allow us to personalize that message. Thanks for contacting us. We will be in touch soon. Done. So now our button is complete. So now when someone goes to our page, they can send us a message. This is going to be changed later on. It's going to be changed to visit website. It's going to be changed to do a whole heck of a lot of things, including shop now. We don't have that stuff set up right now, but we want something that's going to work for customers in the meantime as we begin our posting strategy. So after you've finished all of this extra work, and after you've done your research, and after you've created all this, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to set up your group. So you can build a community around your page. You can either create a group or link a group. We're going to build this from zero. So we're going to say, hey, here's our group, closed group. We'll make it a public group, and then we're going to create it. This looks like the perfect icon for me. So there you have it. Now you have a group. Just like before, you're going to have to say okay and add a cover photo and other things. You're going to add descriptions, tags, location, all of that. So in addition to just setting up your Facebook page, you want to either link or set up a separate group. That is going to be what we tackle in the next section before we go back to your page and begin your posting strategy.